Your days are over, mister.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I'm BRAVExHERO, and I've got a good one for you. I love and I hate the Whirlwind Guard. Now, hear me out. When it comes to Stasis, it's like a love-hate relationship. Everybody loves it, and everybody hates it at the same time. When you're using Stasis, you're in love with it. You want to be the only one using it. But when you have Stasis used against you, you hate it. It's the worst thing in the world. I love throwing shurikens. I hate getting hit in the face with a shuriken. It's as simple as that. Well, in this video, I wanted to see how powerful the Whirlwind Guard was against Stasis. If it was a valid option to use, if this was something someone should be maining in PvP. And by God, the results are gonna shock you. That's all I'm gonna say. But before we get into the video, do me a huge favor. Guys, we are blowing up. It's insane. I appreciate it so much. Hit the like button right now. It really helps me out. And like always, guys, one like on this video is one cheater getting banned. The more likes, the more cheaters get banned. Am I right? Without further delay, let's get into the video. Now, I wanted to break this video up into 3 different parts. We're going to be talking about grenades first, and then we're going to move into each individual super and their abilities. So let's start off with grenades. How many times have you popped your super and you got hit with a shatter dive grenade? You got hit with a glacier wall, or a dusk field, or a cold snap? Well, if you're utilizing Whirlwind Guard, which for those who don't know, it's the middle tree on the Arcstrider, all 3 of these grenades can be deflected, which is pretty cool. Again, as you saw in the opening clip, if you try to block a glacier wall, you can actually knock it away from you to either glacier wall your target, or again, as you saw in the opening clip, you can glacier wall the opposite end of the wall, which is pretty nuts in my opinion. It's pretty funny. Now, getting into the cold snap, this one's very tricky. Not many Guardians actually throw it at people. If they do, they're using it wrong. But for the most part, if a cold snap's on the floor, it's probably going to hit you and freeze you. But if a cold snap is thrown at your Guardian while you are using Whirlwind Guard, you have the ability to hit that cold snap back at them. As you can tell on screen, it's pretty cool, guys. Pretty awesome. Now, the dust field's another good one. Most Guardians, when they try to activate a dust field against you, they'll throw it at you. If you have the ability to block with Whirlwind Guard, you can actually knock that dust field back at your enemy, bringing them into you. It'll suck them into you, which is pretty awesome and kind of sets you up for that easy kill. Now that we have grenades out of the way, let's move into the floaty boys, the Warlocks. Now, for the Warlocks, their melee has the ability to freeze you. And like most Warlocks, I'm not going to name any names.
Apathetic.
They like to use their melee ability to freeze anybody in their super while they capitalize on them by getting 2 shotgun shots into you or a shotgun melee. But if you're utilizing Whirlwind Guard, if a Warlock tries to use their melee to freeze you, you can actually knock that melee back at them. If you can angle it properly, you can freeze them and get an easy kill. Now, when it comes to the Warlock Super, the Shade Binder, this one's pretty interesting. And in my opinion, I feel like Whirlwind Guard is the kryptonite to the Shade Binder. If a Warlock uses their melee against you in Super, you can knock that back at them, setting you up for another easy kill. Now, before I move on, when it comes to a Super versus Super battle, normally it takes 2 to 3 hits when you're in your Super to kill another Super. But with Whirlwind Guard and Arcstrider, that's not the case. Most Guardians only believe that Whirlwind Guard is used for blocking, but it's not. If you read the description on it, there is a second part to it, which is deflecting projectiles triples arc staff damage for a short time. What does this mean? When a Warlock hits you with their freeze ability and they freeze themselves, you now have bonus damage on your Arcstrider hit. Meaning if you do an uppercut on them, you can easily get the kill, which is insane when it comes to Super versus Super battling. Now let's move into the Hunter, everyone's favorite class. You hate them, you love them, or you hate them. Well, essentially you love using them, but you hate going against them. Whatever the case is, right? Well, for the Hunter Super, the Hunter throws 2 commas. The first one is going to be the damage dealing comma. The second one is going to be the whirlwind damage. Now this one shocked me here. While in your Whirlwind Guard, you can actually deflect either comma back at your enemy, which is pretty sick in my opinion. You can knock it back, either causing damage to your enemy or making the second comma land, causing a whirlwind tornado of your own. Keep in mind that if the comma already lands and you see the whirlwind tornado, by utilizing Whirlwind Guard, you can actually deflect the entire tornado back at your enemy or any of their teammates, allowing it to cause damage to them. You do have to take a little bit of damage, but as you can tell on screen, it does work, guys. You can actually use their own super against them. Now let's cover the Shatter Dive, everyone's favorite technique and ability. When it comes to the Shatter Dive, you kind of have to angle it properly. You can block the Shatter Dive, but what you will be doing is blocking a grenade so you don't get frozen. the enemy can still shatter dive to the ground, but without a grenade landing on you and freezing you, they're essentially not going to be doing any damage to you and setting you up for that easy kill against him. But is this something you're going to do very often? Probably not. It's very hard to land, but when you do, it's pretty rewarding. Again, as you can tell from the intro. Now, I said earlier that the Warlock Super, the Shade Binder, the kryptonite to it was the Whirlwind Guard. Let's move into the Titan, because that's not the case. The Titan is the only one, in my opinion, that can stop the Whirlwind Guard. So the Behemoth Titan has 3 different abilities. When they pop their super, they freeze everything around them. When that comes to the Whirlwind Guard, you will still get frozen. Regardless if you're blocking or not, or just in your super, you're gonna get frozen. Now, when it comes to the Titan melee ability, super or no super, you will be knocked back. It's not gonna freeze you. It's not gonna damage you that much. You can block a little bit of it, but you will be slowed. But for the last Titan ability, which is gonna be the Stasis Smash, which freezes everything around them, you will get frozen. And at this moment, this is when the Behemoth Titan will take advantage of you and kill you. Here are my final thoughts. I love the Whirlwind Guard, but what I hate about it is the fact that you need to be precise on everything. You want to block a Hunter Super? Cool. Make sure you're in your Whirlwind Guard, make sure you're blocking, and make sure you angle your block properly, because if not, the comma's gonna land right next to you and freeze you. Oh, you want to block the Warlock melee? Cool. When he shoots multiple melees at you, can you block them all? Well, if you angle properly, sure. Again, guys, it is like a love-hate relationship when it comes to Whirlwind Guard. You can block stuff, you can't block stuff. You have to be very precise. I will say this is just part 1 of a 2-part video. The second part of this video, I'm gonna have a build set for you guys. I'm gonna be working on a build to where I take this super right here, the Whirlwind Guard Arcstaff Super, take it to another level. With that, guys, thank you so much for watching. And like always, if you guys are enjoying the edits, you guys are liking the videos, do me a huge favor and like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe if you're new. Guys, we are on a 9-day upload spree, which is amazing. With that, thank you so much for watching. And like always, I'll see you guys in the next video.